go up here. See if there's... Oh, it's just another... Nope. Nope. Not dealing with that big fucker right now. That was a giant leap. I don't have enough power to fucking deal with those tanky motherfuckers right now. Oh, God. That's a fucking hard question. What other games do I play? Are you just talking about, like, for stream, or what games do I play, like, in general? Like, I'm a huge RPG nerd, so, like, a lot of the games I play are RPGs and JRPGs. Like, right now, for stream, I have the Final Fantasy series and the Star Ocean series on the go. I've already beaten 1 to 12. Star Ocean, I'm on the third one. I've beaten 1 and 2. We've done Kingdom Hearts already. I did the whole Resident Evil franchise. I did, Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross on stream. What else do I have? Like, there's so many games I've beaten. I have, I think I've got, blah, 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 blah. A lot of content here. Everything that I do, gonna do Wild Arms. I'm thinking about it. I've got a list of RPGs that I've got in a queue right now. So basically what I do is I find series of games, and like and I'll do all of them. Like, whether I've played them or not. Like, obviously I've beaten every Final Fantasy that exists right now, aside from a couple of the side games. Like, I haven't beaten the sequel to 4, and I haven't beaten 16 yet, just because I got it and I was starting it on stream, but I decided since I'm doing the whole series, I would wait until I got to 16 to finish it off, but I was only at the start, so it doesn't really matter. Kingdom Hearts I did before Star Ocean, and then once I beat Kingdom Hearts, Star Ocean came in. The next one in the list is the Tales series. I do have Wild Arms 1, 2, and 3. I can't remember how many there are right now, but I think there's more than 3, so I'd have to find the rest of them first. But after I go through the one of the other series, so like whichever one of these finishes first, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be Final Fantasy because I'm on 13 of 16. So it just depends on how quickly I get through this 15 and 16. Because I'm only doing the mainline series of the series that I do, just because like if I went and did like the full series in general, like anything named Final Fantasy or anything named Star Ocean, I think Final Fantasy in general has about like 30 to 50 games if I count everything. Plus obviously like the 2 MMOs, which would take fucking like a good chunk of time to complete. But the next one, which is probably after the Final Fantasy series, is going to be the Tales series. And then the next one after that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do, if I can find the rest of the games, is the Suikoden series, because they're coming out with a remaster of 1 and 2, which I really, really want to play. They're 2 of my all-time favorite RPGs. And then after that, I don't have anything in the ring yet. I was thinking Dragon Quest, but now that you bring up Wild Arms, I already have 1, 2, and 3, so Wild Arms might also be a good bet to go after that, because less games that I have to get, because the only current Dragon Quest game that I own right now is 11. So I'd have to get like a lot of those, like Fire Emblem's another one I'd love to do all of. Like Resident Evil was a fun time, so it might be good to get like a different genre of game to do too. But like I do love my art, like, you know, RPGs, like JRPGs and stuff are like my go-to. Like these are my bread and butter. These are the ones I love to play most. And I know playing what you love to play most sometimes can backfire, especially when you're streaming. Just because, like, a lot of people, you need certain things to be able to, like, draw in the audience, which is usually why competitive games do the best on streaming platforms, like, aside from just chatting, but usually the people that are doing good in just chatting are the ones that have already built up their following. But, like, I play games to have fun. I love the interaction aspect of streaming, which is why I do it. Like, I've never made a huge chunk of money, like, on Twitch when I was doing really good for a while before I stopped, just because, like, you know, life gets in the way sometimes. I was making $200 or $300 every, you know, for, like, 3 or 4 months, which isn't a lot, but, you know, an extra $300 or $400 every few months is great. Like, I haven't made really any money from streaming in, like, probably, like, 2 years, just because I dropped off from streaming for probably like a good year or so. So, like, you know, most of, like, my average, like, viewer base kind of, like, had their own things going on. No, fuck that guy. It's one of the big ones again. Oh yeah, exactly, and that's what I use it for. Like, if I were to make, hey Cam, what's going on? I see you back in, brother. But, like, if I were to, like, make it big as a streamer, I'd have a blast. Like, those, fucking big bastards. Yeah, move your slow ass over here. Oh, I got caught, fuckers. But, like, if I were to make it big and, like, I was able to do streaming as, like, a full-time thing, I'd have a fucking blast at it. Like, I used to do more competitive games back in the day just because I had a team that I could do, like, you know, Warzone or Apex with. It was mainly Apex that I used to do, aside from, like, my RPG streams and stuff like that. OMG, the language. Come on now, Cam. You know I have no fucking filter. But, like, I don't like doing, like, the randoms in fucking battle royals and stuff like that, or just, like, most multiplayer games in general. Just because, like, the community out there has just got, like, so toxic over the years. It's just ridiculous. And, like, I'm not saying, like, I am Twitch and TikTok right now. That's why you can't see Cam while he's talking. Twitch was my main platform. They just released the free multi-streaming on OBS and Streamlabs recently. So the second they did that, I was like, fucking rights, I'm doing both of them. Like, the more reach I can get, the better. Just because, like, I love the interaction aspect of streaming. Like, I love talking to everybody. Damn, someone already blocked me. But, like, I love the interaction of stream, like, and I understand why a lot of, like, bigger name, when I start turning out games, you will be my beta tester, of course. I know, Cam, I know. Your PUBG and your Apex. You gotta message me, sir. The next little bit, I'm pretty free for whenever. You just gotta send the message. But, like, I love the interaction aspect of streaming, but, like, I also understand that at the same time, especially when you get to, like, the height of some of these people, you just, like, there's no interaction. Like, it's very hard. Like, you know, if you sit in and go into, like, somebody like, you know, like, we'll just say Shroud, for instance, and, like, there's 30,000 fucking people or, like, 100,000 people watching him play a game. How do you keep up with that? Like, how do you look over and fucking interact with those people? Like, it's almost impossible. Anytime around 6 p.m., that's usually done work then. Understandable. It's super lonely on the internet sometimes, making connections. And that's what I hate. Like, I remember, like, oh, did he just get fucking murked? Almost. And that's what I mean, like, Elliot, like, I 100% understand that, like, and that's kind of what I mean, like, when I say, like, the online community for a lot of games is just, it's too toxic to deal with random people anymore. Like, you sit there and, like, you're having a good time, you do one thing wrong, absolutely everything is your fault. Or, like, there's too many people that are out there that want to be, like, the be-all, end-all of whatever first-person shooter or, like, competitive game that they're playing because they see everybody else doing so well with it. So it's just like, what's the point? Like, I remember when I was playing Apex, like when I started playing Apex, and like the streaming thing was getting like really fucking huge, and like it was before like the battle royale thing exploded. Like, I was having a great time. Like, even with randoms, like, it was like you still get the odd person. Back in the day, it used to be so easy, like lots of friends. Yeah, exactly. Now it's just like you just can't and talk to people really. But like, you know, when things started to like really explode with streaming, and like battle royals became like the be all end all. The gunman is the same gunman in The Mandalorian, spinning around for no reason. Exactly. But like now you look at it, and like with how big competitive gaming is and competitive streaming is, with like, you know, you got your Warzone, you got your Apex, you got your PUBG, like all these other battle royals that are coming out and trying to compete with them, and everybody wants to be the best. So you got all these people like hot dropping because they see people like Shroud like 1v3ing and 1v4ing fucking teams by themselves. So it's just like and they don't want to be like, they don't want to like team up with anybody. And like games like Apex are built around team strategy. They're built around like the different way all these characters fucking interact with each other. So when you're like, and don't get me wrong, there's people in Apex that are fucking cracked by themselves. They don't need a fucking team. And they're going around like wrecking, you know, multiple teams by themselves. And I see that, and it's like, cool, you're fucking great. But like when you do that by yourself, and now you're leaving like these two other people that are in your team that might not be as good as you, or just might not be good enough to like handle like a 1v3 or like, you know, a 2v3, like now you're ruining their game. And like, I understand, you know, they can drop out or whatever, but like the second that person that's trying to go off on their own, the second they die, they blame it on the other two people. Oh, where were you? Why aren't you over here? Like when they dropped fucking 3,000 miles away. Or like that same person that wants to like to drop like that, and they're not the fucking party leader, they drop away from everybody else and don't go with the party leader. Don't play Warzone, no team. Exactly. I'm stupid good at COD, but with random it's just ridiculous. And then just like the way people like treat other people in the game too is ridiculous. Like, don't get me wrong, like I'm all for like, you know, some playful banter, and like, you know, when you like really shit on somebody, being like, oh man, like I can't believe you fucking went down like that, you're trash, you know, whatever, this, that. But like when people sit there and like they're like throwing racial slurs around, they're fucking yelling at women for absolutely no fucking reason. They're like the second they hear a girl in chat, they fucking lose their minds. Because, you know, God forbid a girl play a video game. And usually they're the same people that complain that they want like a gamer girlfriend to play video games with them. But the second a girl is in a video game, they completely like fucking rip into them for no reason at all. And like, they want to drop super busy hotspots. I don't mind hot dropping. Like, hot dropping is a good way to get better at the game, but hot dropping every single time is a problem. If you want to hot drop, find a team that wants to hot drop and just hot drop, hot drop, hot drop, hot drop. Fine. Like, go for it. Like, I can understand that 100%, because me and a couple buddies used to hot drop all the time. Like, we'd sit there and like we'd hot drop on a regular basis, but then sometimes it gets to the point where it's like I'd like to, you know, get more kills in, or I'd like to actually like try to win a game. But like I can understand the hot drop thing, just not all the time. They shit talk, and then there's like, yeah, there's shit talking, but then there's like another layer. There's another layer when it just gets vulgar, and I find it funny because those are the same people that, oh, you wouldn't survive old Call of Duty lobbies. Like, man, I was in the old Call of Duty lobbies. I 100% understand that, and they're not nearly as bad as people like to put them out to be. And at the same time, it's like when you sit there, it's like, oh, you wouldn't survive the other COD lobbies. So, like, the ones you were in where they were talking like this and being completely ridiculous, why are you condoning that. It's like, why are you condoning somebody being like an absolute garbage human being? That's like the thing where, like, when people like to get on the internet and be like, man, if you said that to my face in person, I'd knock you the fuck out. It's like, okay, so you're telling me, yeah, old school Call of Duty was wild, but, like, the banter wasn't, like, disgusting. But, like, at the same time, like, those people are the same people that are, like, always like, oh, if you said that to my face in person, like, I'd knock you out, or, like, you know, come meet me here and fucking fight me. It's like, seriously? It's like you're that much of a child and insecure about yourself that you can't talk to somebody and, like, you know, get through an argument. You have to, like, threaten physical violence. Like, that doesn't make you any better, and that doesn't, like, fucking get your point across. But, like, at the same time, like, don't get me wrong, like, there's some keyboard warriors out there where, like, I look at it and it's like, you've obviously never been punched in the face before. Because there's some people, but, like, there's some people that say some pretty wild things where it's like, you know, you've obviously never said something to somebody and then punched you in the face. But, like, it's the same thing with, like, another reason why I feel like playing with a team is better as well. I'm sad it's snowing, and since I just had surgery, won't be snowboarding. I haven't snowboarded in a very long time. Used to be a lot. I used to enjoy snowboarding, but it's just too expensive for my tastes right now. You'll get back out there. This just gives you time to save up money and buy better equipment. Unless you already have, like, ridiculous snowboarding gear. Just because I know how expensive fucking boards and boots and fucking everything like that is. But, like, it's also another, like, back to the trash talk and stuff. It's another reason why I like playing with, like, a group of people that I know are, like, and it's not even about being good at the game either, because, like, I'm garbage at Apex. You can ask Cam over on fucking Twitch. I am so bad. Or, like, one of my buddies, Edward, that I used to play with. Like, I'm not miraculously good. Sometimes I'll pop off and I'll have, like, a really good game. But, like, I'd say 9 out of 10, or even 19 out of 20 games, I fucking lose. But I have a good time. So, but, like, I like having those, like, 2 or 3 people in a team and just, like, vibing out. Like, and sometimes, like, the trash talk in a game like that will be between you and your fucking teammates. And like, knowing how you can talk to those people makes the banter back and forth even better. So, like, if you were to say something that, like, say something that's a little, you know, might be a little irksome, if it's, like, one of those people, they know you're not saying it maliciously, or, like, you're just, like, having a bit of fun with them. But when you say some of these things to people just that are random people on the internet, it's like, they don't know if you're being malicious. And it's like, even if you're not, that just gives, like, a whole precedence open to, like, people that are saying it to be malicious and, like, or, like, racist or sexist or anything like that. That just gives them the in to say that to those people and actually, like, fucking mean it. Because, like, it's the same when you think of, like, dark humor and stuff like that. Like, dark humor is out there. Like, I love a good spout of dark humor. Or, like, you know, like, different jokes and stuff that are, like, targeted at, like, specific people. But, like, there's ways to do that, and there's certain people who can say those things. Because, like, when you just sit out there and just say these things to random people, yeah, like, my buddy Cam there, like, there are certain things that, like, I'd say to him that if I said to anybody else, like, or out in public, like, somebody would probably, I'd get fucking stabbed. Like, but, like, I know, like, if I say something like that to, like certain jokes to, like, Cam or certain things, like, pointed at, like him, he'll fucking laugh it off and be like, oh my god, like, 100%, like, I understand that, like, he'll laugh about it, but, like, he knows I'm not saying it, like, directed, like, specifically at him, or, like, it's just, like, a general joke, like, I'm not saying it to, like, be a fucking asshole. Yeah, dark humor is, like, amazing when you fucking say it correctly or, like deliver it correctly. But, like, there's some people out there, they'll say a joke or say a statement, and then the second they get called out for it, or, like, you know, God forbid the consequences of their actions, and they're like, oh, it's fucking dark humor, man, it's a joke, and then you just look at them, okay, what was funny about it? What was the punchline? What part of that joke was funny? And then they can't tell you what? And it's like, the second you get to that point, it's not funny. It's like, and then you, like, it's one of those things where it's like, you're just trying to be like a piece of shit. There's a lot of people coming in when I'm playing all these retro games and be like, man, this was my first Final Fantasy. This Final Fantasy is the best. Her walk animation. Just... I definitely understand. I'm not sure if that's EI or EJ. Because, you know, computers like to put things as the same fucking thing all the time. Never played a single Final Fantasy in 26 years. They're very, very good games, story-wise, but I can understand why some people don't play them just because of the combat style. Turn-based is not for everyone. Where are we at? This one. I gotta upgrade her staff and his fucking guns because they're garbage right now. Lightning is literally... Hello. I was more of a Pokemon boy. Pokemon is good. I actually have a 100% complete Pokedex on my 3DS. I have one of every single Pokemon from from Red up until I forget what the last one was. Whatever the last Game Boy game was. The new combat is trash. Final Fantasy VI for life. No, it's Final Fantasy VI. It's Final Fantasy VI. The original 3, like the original Japanese 3, is out on like 3DS and stuff like that, and it's out for the Pixel remaster. So you're 100% right. Final Fantasy VI. Never finished a Dex. It took me a long time. Pokemon is good turn-based. If you like the turn-based for Pokemon, you'd love Digimon World 3. It's another JRPG where you get 3 Digimon in your party, but you have to swap them out one at a time to attack, and you level them up to get like the different evolutions, and you can keep them in those evolutions, or you can turn them back to level up like their base forms and like split off their evolution chains. It's an old PlayStation 1 game, and it's like all pixely and stuff like that, like the old school RPGs. But like the storyline for Digimon World 3 is fucking peak. It is absolutely fucking amazing. It's like literally in my top 5 RPGs of all times. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. But I can definitely understand not having a finished Pokedex. It took me a long time. The last few that, like, and I'm talking about like 100%, like I'm talking about like event legendaries and everything. Like I've got like all of the event legendaries where you had to go to these specific places and get the downloads for them or the codes. It took a lot of work because I still have my original Charizard from the first Red. He is currently level 100. I also have a level 100 Black Charizard. But like I traded all of my Pokemon up from the initial gens and only like the remastered Diamond. I can understand. But I went from the first one and just slowly started trading everything up that I could. And then once I got, and like usually what I'll do is I'll go through and capture every Pokemon that I know is in a game so that I finish like the game decks. Too weird for you? I can understand that. But then after I would trade those up, I would I play the game until I could use my old Pokemon. I've beaten every single Pokemon game with one Pokemon. I've beaten every single Pokemon game with my Charizard from the original game. And I am proud to say that. And, like, I'm talking, like, Elite Four everything. Like, Soldier Switch just wasn't a... I can understand that. Especially when you get a PC, because, like, a lot of games you can just get for PC, or, like, you know, especially for, like, older ones and stuff like that, you can just, you know, emulate. As I die slightly. Now, after I did all that, I'm going to save. But yeah, I'm very, very happy about my Pokemon save file. It took a lot, especially at the end of it, because, like, I was trying... There was a couple times I played through some of the older games again, just so that I could get, like, extra legendaries to trade to people. Because, like, I would put some of my Pokemon out in the trade system and be like, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for, like, any specific, like, stat block or any specific moves on them. It's like, I just need this Pokemon. I'm happy to say I have a legit shiny Mew. Oh yeah, these fuckers. I do refuse to sell my consoles though, or my games, just because the fact that I've gotten to the point where there was a game, actually bringing me back to Digimon World 3. It took me 10 years to find another copy of it when I wanted to play it again. Because I used to be, you know, your typical gamer. A new game comes out, trade in old games to get new games, stuff like that. And then it just got to the point where I wanted to play Digimon World 3 again, and I couldn't find a copy. I could not find it to save my fucking life. And I was just like, what's going on? Like, where is this game? So after I finally fucking found a copy, I've never given away a console or a game ever. Just because I don't want to have to go through that again. Because moving couldn't justify bringing the things I haven't touched. I have, even still, there's consoles I haven't touched in years. But, like, in that just-in-case instance, and even for the, even just for the collectability of it, and, like, the fact that they're a good investment, and I have a good example for that. There was actually a point, like, I'm in, like, where my rent got put up, and where I'm at, the rent goes based off of a certain percentage of what my income is, because I'm in public housing, unfortunately. But they go by your taxes from the year before right now, which I think is fucking absolutely stupid and garbage. But, so they went by my taxes from the year before, but they didn't get around to fixing that until, like, getting through to processing it until June. So I also back owed the rent for June to January to June from what was like the difference. So they ended up adding, I think it was like just an extra fucking $1,000 to my rent, because like, yeah, you owe what you would have owed us from January to June. Yeah, it was fucking stupid. Oh, the housing, being in housing isn't helping that much. Like, the rent is still getting ridiculous, especially since where I'm in trades and I'm slowly getting pay raises throughout the years. My rent is going up pretty substantially every year because they go by the year before, so I can't get ahead, because if I get paid more this year, when I put in my taxes for this year, my rent goes up next year. So if I get a raise next year, it's basically just going to cover my my raise, or it's just going to cover my rent, like my new rent. Oh, fucking Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's hard to live just individually anywhere. It's like you pretty much need a roommate at this point unless you're making like ridiculous amounts of money.